So this kid called Oga, who lives in this place called Mukudojima, decides that he wants to join a wrestling club because of this videotape that he finds in his dad's study. Because in this world, at some point, every boy gains some kind of power. Oga's power just so happens to be wrestling moves. Anyway, years go by and Oga's now a 15-year-old bum with no job, so he decides to become a fisherman with this guy who is actually not that relevant. But anyway, Oga gets jumped by this kaiju robot-looking thing, which honestly looks kind of like a JoJo stand. And also, I forgot to mention, but this guy called Mr. Chairman is looking for Oga. Apparently, they know each other from wrestling. It's honestly not that important, but I'm sure it's going to become important later. Anyway, Oga kind of beats the shit out of the Timu D4C and Loki body slams his ass. But just before he dies, he kind of pierces Oga's heart with this penetrating worm thing, which gives him the soul of the kaiju, I think. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and he isn't really shown using any of his powers later, so maybe that'll also become important later, I guess. Anyway, Oga passes out and wakes up in a convenience store and meets this young boy called Haruya that says that the kaiju thing that Oga was fighting was actually an alien, and the reason it was even there in the first place was because there was an alien invasion in Mukudojima and most people fled the island in fear of being killed while the others actually got killed or captured. So anyway, Oga and Haruya start walking and what the fuck is that, 3 aliens? Oga's like, hold up, I got this, and kills them all, while Haruya just kind of stands there and watches. So anyway, Haruya reveals that he has information on where the captured humans are, and apparently they're at a bunch of different alien bases, so they go off to one of the alien bases to have an explore. So anyway, the alien base that they're going to is revealed to be on the top of the Mukudojima middle school, and Haruya tells Oga that his older brother was captured by the aliens. So anyway, they get to the alien base to find that all of the aliens are dead somehow. Anyway, Haruya saves his older brother Tatsumi, who's revealed to be a friend of Oga's. Tatsumi reveals that there are other aliens that are more stronger and powerful than holy fuck, it's a huge alien. Oga decides that he's going to lock in and absolutely destroys the huge alien, grabs the 2 school flags and absolutely fucking penetrates him. Anyway, Oga passes out because who wouldn't after a fight like that, and wakes up in the basement of a convenience store with the owner, Mr. Iwashida. Anyway, Oga decides he's going to go back to his home to see if any of his family is still there, and Tatsumi suggests that Oga should go past the place where his sister Yuki worked at, so he could check if she was there, as it was on the way to his house. Anyway, they start walking and see Yuki trapped in one of those egg things, like Tatsumi was, and holy shit, are those pterodactyls? Anyway, Oga, being the awful guy that he is, starts attacking them, and Tatsumi reveals that his power is using this thing called a sling, which is essentially like a giant whip, I guess, and he uses that to slime one of them out. So Oga and Tatsumi work together to absolutely destroy the creatures, and oh shit, is that their boss? And before any of them even blink, it kind of just like, pew! So yeah, Tatsumi's kind of dying right now, but it's fine because Oga's gonna get revenge and kill them all. And he says that he's gonna use the alien's parasite to heal Tatsumi because I guess that works. Anyway, Oga locks in and kills all of them in classic Oga style, but he still doesn't kill the boss yet, so he climbs on top of it and rips out the parasite of his heart and kills it. Anyway, this gang shows up out of nowhere, and it consists of Mr. Spike, Shadow Wizard Centaur, and this biker guy. Anyway, Oga stabs the parasite into Tatsumi, and it somehow magically heals him and regenerates his arm back. And Oga kind of gets distracted and forgets the whole reason he was there, but luckily Haruya reminded him, so Oga goes and rescues his sister from the alien egg thing. Oga is so relieved to see his sister alive and introduces to the rest of his friends. And hold up, is that the gang from earlier?